Okay. In Module 4, I'm going to share. We are going to talk, and this is a very important module. So here we're going to talk about the rectangular coordinate system and equations in two variables. The ones that I just mentioned, we solved for x and y and so on and so forth last time. We need to know how to plot ordered pairs, how to determine whether ordered pairs satisfy an equation in two variables or not, create a table of values. So this is what we're going to start with. So first of all, what is the coordinate system? Also called Cartesian system. They mean the same thing. Coordinate system, Cartesian system. Okay. There are two perpendicular lines. This line is called the x-axis, and the vertical line right at 0 is called the y-axis. I know some people put arrows towards the negative side. I don't. So I only put arrows to the positive side. Now, what I need you to understand from the beginning is this. This line just gives us altitude. So for example, I can graph a line like this. Which is altitude y, let's say, equals 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is a horizontal line. Horizontal line. And it gives altitude. How high, how low. Can I graph another? Of course, I can graph millions. And here's another one. As long as it's horizontal, y equals -1. This is again a horizontal line. These give the altitude. Now, these lines are vertical lines, and they give the position. I can graph one here, but that will be the position, only x. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is x equals 9. Can I graph one here? Yes, as long as it's vertical. So this gives position. And this is x equals -2. This point here is the origin, 0, 0. 0 for x, 0 for y. So coming back to the position for a second, this is a vertical line, only x. This is not 0, and here's x equals 9. No, 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 no. We're not talking about a real line here. We're talking about the coordinate system. In the coordinate system, when we talk about x equals 9, we mean a vertical line. Not this little tick here that says x equals 4 or x equals 5. No, 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 no. When we talk about x equals 9, we really refer to a vertical line. When we talk about x equals -2, I don't mean this little tick here. No, no, no. I mean the vertical line x equals -2. Knowing that this is just x, can anyone give us the equation of this line? Of the y-axis. If this is x equals 9 and this is x equals -2, what is this? And x equals 0, and this is carved in stone. Please remember from now on, forever, the equation of the y-axis is x equals 0. The equation of the y-axis is x equals 0. Okay, now back to the altitude. If this is altitude y equals -1, and this is altitude y equals 4, Can anyone give us the altitude here, which is the equation of the x-axis?
0.
Not 0 is just a number.
X equals 0.
No, the x equals 0 is a vertical line.
Y equals 0.
Y equals 0. Y equals 0. Please remember this line is the equation of the x-axis. The equation of the y-axis is x equals 0. The equation of the x-axis is y equals 0. The y-axis, x equals 0. The x-axis, y equals 0. This is carved in stone, and this is super important to understand from the get-go. Now, on the Cartesian system or coordinate system, how do I plot ordered pairs? I'm going to make up some ordered pairs. -2, 0, 0, 0, -4, -3, 2, 1. These are all ordered pairs. The first element is always x, always represents x. This is x, this is x, 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 x. The second element or the second entry or the second coordinates is always y. If I'm asked to plot -2, 0, I determine x first, -2. And then I go up if y is positive, I go down if y is negative, or I stay if y is 0. This point is -2, 0. The second ordered pair is the easiest one, is right here. 0 for x, 0 for y. The next ordered pair, I find x first. I count -4, 2, 3, 4. Now y is negative. I have to go down 1, 2, 3. The intersection of x equals -4 with y equals -3 is this point, -4, -3. Finally, I have 2, 1. I find x first. If y is positive, I go up. If y is negative, I go down. And this time I only go up 1. And this red point is 2, 1. Any questions on plotting points on the coordinate system or plotting ordered pairs? Okay. Now, let's suppose I have an equation, 2x plus 3y equals 6. Is this an equation in two variables? Yes. It has variable x and variable y. I am asked, is 2, 0 a solution or a point on this equation? It is not. How do I check? I replace x by 0 because that's the first coordinate. I replace y by 0 because that's the second coordinate. And I get 2 times 2 is 4 plus 0 does not equal 6. In this case, I will say 2, 0 is not a solution. What about 3, 0? Is 3, 0 a solution?
Yes.
Yes, because when I replace x by 3, I get 2 times 3 plus 0. Is that 6? And the answer is yes. This is true. 6 equals 6. So I will say yes, 3, 0 is a solution of the given equation. Good. And create a table of values that satisfy an equation. So we can create several situations here for the same equation. Let's say 2x plus 3y equals 6. I prefer horizontal tables. You can use vertical tables. It's up to you. They're acceptable. Good. So let's say I pick some values. I will pick for x0. I will pick for y3. I will pick for x -2. I will pick for y0. I will pick for x2. And I will pick then for y6. Notice I did not pick x and y. I picked x so we can determine y. Then I picked y so we can determine x. And so on and so forth. So in order to determine y in this situation, I replace x by 0. So I get 3y equals 6. So then y equals 2. If y is 3, can you find x? Sure. I'll find the next one, and then you find the next 4. So I plug in 3. So I have 2x plus 9 equals 6, or 2x equals -3, or x equals -1.5. So now please plug in -2 for x and determine y, and then 0 for y and determine x, and fill out the rest. 1 minute, please. Do we have y for x equals -2 or not yet?
Three and 1/3.
What is it? 3 and 1/3?
Yeah.
Okay. For x equals -2, 3y equals 10, 3 and 1/3. Good. When y is 0, how much is x?
3.
Good. When x is 2,
2/3.
so we have 3y equals 2, 2/3, I agree. And finally,
6.
so when y is 6, we have 2x plus 18 equals 6. So -6, I agree with -6. Perfect. Notice something very important here. From all which you see in this table, these are the most important ones. Everything is important, but these are the most important ones. How come?
Position.
True, even more than that.
Well, you can find the x or y value.
I'll explain in 1 second. I'm going to plot those, just those. 0 for x, 2 for y. 3 for x, 0 for y. And I will connect and extend. We haven't gotten there. I'm jumping ahead for a second. This is the graph of this equation. 2x plus 3y equals 6. Now I want to talk about these 2 points. These are called, let me go back for a second here. When a line passes or crosses the x-axis, that is called the x-intercept. This is the x-intercept for the x equals 9. This is the x-intercept for x equals -2. Again, when a line or a graph of anything crosses the x-axis, that point is called the x-intercept. Major point. Super important. Now this point, when a line or a graph of anything crosses the y-axis, can anyone guess the name of this point?
Why?
The y-intercept. The most important points. They may or may not exist for everything that we look at. We don't know. We have to look. But if they do exist, I always have to find them when I graph anything. So let's look again at the x-intercept. And let's go back. On the x-axis, all points here have a common characteristic. What is it?
0.
For y, exactly, and whatever for x. That's the x-intercept. What about the y-intercept? All points on this line have one very important characteristic. What is it?
X equals 0.
X is 0. So this point has a 0 and something else. I have to tell you that a lot of students miss this important point. Again, any point on the x-axis must have the y-coordinate 0. Why? Because the equation of this line is y equals 0. We established it a few minutes ago. It's the altitude 0, not x, but y, the altitude. Why the y-intercept has x equals 0? Because the point is found on the y-axis. But the equation of the y-axis is x equals 0. That's why all points here have x equals 0. All points here have to have y equals 0. Okay, good. I think I made my point. What happened here? Okay. So, I think we can directly move on to practice. I don't think there is anything very special about this. Please understand these concepts are crucial for everything else in math. Okay, we know how to. So this is also called the XY plane. Coordinate system, the XY plane, the Cartesian system, they're all the same thing. Plot that, plot this. Okay. Whether the ordered pair is on the equation or not, use the equation below to indicate this is what we just did. We know how to fill in this table in. For the following equation, find the missing value in each ordered pair. Excellent. So let's choose one here, please.
C.
You said C?
Yes.
Perfect. So this is my page 10. Very good. So x equals -1/4 y. And we're asked to find, we are given that y equals -1/3. So they want us to find x. In other words, they want us to create the ordered pair with y equals -1/3 and whatever we find for x. Good. So all I have to do is just plug it in. And remember, when I multiply a negative by a negative, I have to get a positive number. All I have to do is multiply 1/4 by 1/3. How much is that?
1/12.
That's it. That's all I need to do. So the ordered pair that satisfies the equation or is a solution to the equation, this ordered pair, when x is 1/12, y must be negative 1/3, vice versa. When y is negative 1/3, x must be 1/12, otherwise this point is not on this equation. So when we graph this equation, not yet, we're not there yet, this equation you'll see looks like it has a negative slope, so we're not going to talk about this. So let's say this is the equation. This point is right here, not here, or here, or here. No, it satisfies the equation. What does it mean? When this is 1/12, this is negative 1/3, which means the point is somewhere on the line. When we get to graph this, this point will exist on the line, not outside of the line, because the coordinates verify the equation. We're not there yet, but this is important to say from the beginning. Good. Find the missing, the same thing, same idea. Okay, use the equation to complete the table. Let's choose one, either x or y, whichever you prefer.
Y is 4.
So you mean here for
Yes.
x? So when x is 0, y is indeed 4. Correct. Okay, so we don't need to do this. This is one of the most important topics in this class. An apartment building whose value is this may be depreciated by $15,000 per year. And they are giving us the equation. Negative 15,000x plus 290,000 represents the book value V of an apartment after X years. What will the book value of the apartment building be after 3 years? So this is worth talking about. It's a very good problem. Negative 15,000x plus 290,000. Okay, I just want you to understand what's happening here. So we are told, in other words, x is the number of years. So find the value when x is 3 years. Find the value when x is 6. And then after how many years the book value will be this, and so on and so forth. We're going to get to that in a minute. Now, I am going to ask you for a moment to turn off your cameras because I want to record this piece. I want to show you something with the calculator, and I want to record it. So I don't want to record anybody's face. I'm sorry. So, Glenn, if you'd like to turn off your camera for a second, because I'm going to record this, and this is very important. And I don't want to. Everybody, Emily, do you want to turn off your camera for a second, please, so I can record this? Okay, perfect. Thank you. Good. So, where is my record button? Where is my record? Yes, yes. Okay. In y equals, clear if you have anything else. And you will enter this function, which is negative. When we start with a negative, we have to use the symbol, not the operational symbol, but this symbol. Negative 15,000. X. Here's x next to the alpha. And then plus 290,000. This is what they are giving us. This is the relationship between the number of years and the value, current value of such and such property. Okay, next step. We want to make sure that in the table set right here, the second, so all these blue operations are activated with the blue key. You may have a yellow key, it doesn't matter, but it's the second key, that not the original, not the one on the front of the key, but the one in the back, on the back burner if you want. So I will click on second and table set. Table set. Make sure that the table set is set up in this format. It doesn't matter what you have the start. It doesn't matter what you have the increment. What is important here is to have the independent variable. Scroll to the right, highlight ask, press enter, and do not change the dependent variable. Do not touch the dependent variable. Just the independent variable has to be in the ask mode, meaning that now when I get out of there and press second again, but now I go to the rightmost key, which is table, the calculator allows me to enter the values I want. What values are the ones that I want? I only want 3 and 6. I don't care for anything else. And now go back and highlight the value on the right, because if there are decimal digits, they may not show. So make sure you highlight. So when x is 3, v equals 245,000. When x is 6, v equals 200,000. Okay, that's basically all I wanted to say, so I'm going to stop recording now. Stop recording. Yes, yes, good. So now what do we understand from here? Immediately, we understand that we just discovered an ordered pair, 3 for x. This is the y value. It's called v, so this can be y or v or p or whatever. This is x. Okay, so the ordered pair that I just discovered is this. 3, 245,000. Can anyone give us the other pair that we just discovered?
6, 200,000.
Exactly. Exactly.
Are you going to put that video on your YouTube?
Of course. Not on YouTube, directly on Canvas, because that's not on YouTube.
Okay.
So that's why I recorded it. Now, we continue with the question. After how many years will the book value of the apartment building be 185,000? What is given now? Because it's not x. Now the value is given as 185,000. That equals the negative 15,000x plus 290,000. And that's what I have to do. So now the value is 185,000. How many years later does this happen? Piece of cake, we know how to do this. We subtract 290. So 290, so minus 185. 290 and 185, 501. So negative 105,000. And then I determine, so I take the 3 zeros out, 105 divided by 15. And that will give us x equals 7 years. Yes, you can go back and double check this, which is fine. And you go and plug in, and you go back to x, and you plug in 7, and it better be 185,000. Otherwise, there is a problem. And it is. So indeed, 7 years later, it will be 185,000. Now, to finalize the problem, it says, if x comma v, of course, x is the independent variable, v is the dependent variable, represents an ordered pair, la, 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 interpret the meaning of 2, 260,000. Can anyone tell us what 2, 260,000 represents? What does it represent? 2
value after 2 years.
After 2 years, of course. Final question. Use the result, and then I'll stop, I promise. Use the results from part A through C to list ordered pairs. We already did. So can anyone give us the last ordered pair? We have the first ordered pair, we have the second ordered pair. Can anyone give us one more ordered pair that we just discovered a second ago?
7,185,000.
That's it. So please, 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 before class on Thursday, 3.5 is completed. 4.1, I think it is. So if you find anything, learn plus practice with 70%, both, so we can move on. Please, this is very important. Thank you. Let me know if you have any questions. Please stay if you have anything. So there are,
Thank you.
thank you. There are 5 more problems. I don't think there is anything else different, but if I don't see them, everything is fine.
I have a question. Can I share my screen with you?
Oh yes, of course.
I'm so sorry. Thank you. It's question 17, and I'm going back a little bit because
That's fine.
I keep thinking that this is wrong, but then I'm not really sure where I'm going wrong with it.
So first of all, they want you to solve for R. Did you put I? Can you highlight? Did you put 1? It has to be I, uppercase
Yeah,
I.
but I. Let me see if I can redo it. So I did I
It has to be uppercase I.
by the RT.
Wait. No. Not RT, but PT. You're solving for R. You cannot put R in the denominator. So you're solving for R.
Okay, then that's where I was going wrong. Thank you
Yes.
so much.
No worries. My
Thank
pleasure.
you.
Yeah. Anytime. Thank you. Anyone else?
Have a good day.
You too. See you Thursday.